told us before the election all those facts you just recited, that we would pick up 10, 12, 13 seats in the House, we'd keep control of the Senate, every state legislature that we would control would stay in Republican control, and we'd pick up more, and President Trump would get 9 to 10 million more votes than he got in 2016, but still come up short, you just said, no way that's going to happen. No way that's going to happen. But that, in fact, is exactly what happened. And so that's why so many Americans, 73 million, have concerns about what took place in the presidential election and why it's important we get to the bottom of exactly what happened in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Georgia, all these key swing states.
Yeah, I mean, you heard what Rudy Giuliani said earlier in the program. He and Sidney Powell are investigating the Smartmatic software and the Dominion voting machines because they do believe, and they say they have evidence, that there were backdoors and the votes were manipulated to turn Trump votes into Biden votes. Where are we on that? And what do you see in terms of the outcome here of this investigation into voter fraud?
Let the process play out. We have a law. As you said, the Electoral College doesn't meet until 4 weeks from tomorrow. So let this play out. Remember, the Democrats spent 4 years on the Russian hoax. It seems to me we can spend 4 weeks on getting to the bottom of this election where so many Americans have concerns about what took place and what happened. So let the process play out. We got a recount in Georgia. We got court actions in Michigan and Pennsylvania. Let those play out and ask the key questions. I always say I'm involved in all kinds of investigations in the Congress, in the Oversight Committee, on the Judiciary Committee. One of the key questions you always ask is the why question. Why did certain things happen? Because that gets to motive. So why, for example, in Pennsylvania were some counties, voters in some counties allowed to cure their ballots, but other voters in other counties weren't? Why did they allow pre-canvass in some counties, but other counties they didn't? Why were certain temporary satellite offices set up for early voting in some counties, but not in others? And you can imagine which counties allowed this. It were the Democrat-run counties. So why did all that happen? Why, as you pointed out, on election night, it seemed like every state that kept counting, President Trump won. But all the states that halted counting for a while, he wound up losing. Why did that happen? And then maybe the most important question, why don't Joe Biden and the Democrats want to find out? Why did they keep observers out from seeing what was going on in these counts, which they're permitted to be there by law? So those are the fundamental questions. And we should never forget it was Joe Biden who said, we want independent verification. So let's let the process play out so Americans can be confident as we move forward in our election system. We're not going to be able to get that through until Republicans take back the House. I mean, it's plain and simple. You think Jerry Nadler wants tech companies to treat everyone fairly and not censor conservatives, not censor the president? So look, we introduced a bill. 12 Republicans on the House Judiciary Committee introduced legislation 2 months ago, complete overhaul of Section 230, which has to happen. Of course, that's the section that gives the big social media platforms the liability protection that they have. So we need to overhaul that section. Our legislation does that, but frankly, we're not going to get it done until Republicans take back the House. So we're close. We're close. We're not quite there, but we're close, and hopefully we'll get there soon.
Well, we all want to see honesty and accountability. We saw Andrew McCabe testify last week, Congressman, the former deputy director of the FBI. Your reaction to him saying he would not have served and spied on Carter Page if he knew then what he knows now?
Well, I mean, big deal. For 4 years, you misled the American people. You went on TV. You launched the investigation back when it was candidate Trump in 2016. Then you took the Steele dossier to the FISA court to get a warrant to spy on the Trump campaign. I mean, it's amazing to me. The same people who are now saying you can trust big tech, you can trust Andy McCabe, you can trust the vote, are the same people who also told us you can trust the Steele dossier. They're the same people who also told us, oh, you can trust the anonymous impeachment whistleblower, the guy that none of us got to see. I didn't get to cross-examine. The American people didn't get to evaluate. But now they tell us you can trust all these other things. So I don't put a whole lot of stock in what Andy McCabe is saying now about the investigation he launched 4 years ago.
Congressman, do you think John Durham feels this way? Where is John Durham? Where is Bill Barr?
I've had numerous talks with the Justice Department. Mr. Durham is doing his work. I expect some kind of report, some kind of investigation here real soon. Like you, I'm frustrated that it didn't happen sooner. But look, you and I can't put anyone in, we can't prosecute anyone, we can't indict anyone. All we can do is get the facts out to the American people. The Justice Department has to do that. I'm hopeful they're going to have something real soon for the American people.
Cambodian Broadcasting Network.
TV Robok Mat.